Mais tarde, nesse mesmo dia, Uri e Michael dirigiram-se para a estação de Paddington. Michael tinha aceito fazer um discurso num evento de caridade em Exeter, onde Uri era co-presidente da equipa de futebol local.
At Paddington, we were mobbed. This was horrifying. It was scary. It was panicky. It was chaos, pandemonium. There was suffocation. There's no air. It was just unreal.
You're crushing him! You're crushing him! Honor Michael!
During this chaos, I really feared for his life. I honestly did. Nobody could contain the pressure of the bodies. Somehow Michael fell onto the pavement of Paddington. And he lay there like this for a few seconds, and you can imagine, I could not think. He's on the floor here, right here. Look, it takes seconds. We try to get some air around him, and then I've never seen anything like it. It was like from the movie The Matrix. He sprang up, or he catapulted off the floor like some type of a cheetah, a tiger, and he just zoomed as fast as the speed of light to the train. We couldn't catch up with him. It was impossible. Yeah, of course. And Michael, this is for you. This is Marvel Comics, and that's me.
What kind of comics?
Michael tinha concordado ir a Exeter para ajudar a angariar fundos para o clube de futebol Exeter City e para uma associação de caridade para crianças. Com ele no comboio estava Mark Lester. Os dois eram amigos de infância, quando ambos eram estrelas. Mark tinha desempenhado o papel principal no filme Oliver. Eram padrinhos dos filhos um do outro.
As a godparent, Michael was fabulous. I mean, we spent Christmas with him a couple of years ago, and he flew us all out to Bahrain for a week, and we arrived at this palace where we were staying, and Michael had laid out all the Christmas presents, and it looked like the ground floor of Hamleys. I've never seen so many presents in my life. It was ridiculous. I mean, if the children never had Christmas again, that would have been, they've had all their Christmases in one go. I mean, it was unbelievable. And we had a week of absolute joy with Michael and his children. And Michael, as a dad, was a great dad. He was the sort of dad that everyone would want to have as a dad. You know, he was firm but fair. The children he was very hot on manners, especially table manners. The children were extremely polite. They always had to say please and thank you, and he was very particular about that. They were very well educated, I must say. They are some of the brightest kids, and they are very polite and very, very nice children. Michael did a very good job on bringing them up.
Em Exeter, milhares de pessoas aguardavam Michael, que chegou ao campo de futebol com Uri, Mark e David Blaine. Foi um momento especial para um jovem deficiente.
I ran through the whole crowd, jumped under the bodyguard's legs, and jumped in Michael Jackson's arms, and held him so tight. It was unbelievable. And he walked around for a bit, and then tapped me on the head and said, "I love you." And then it was just like the most memorable thing I ever done in my life.
It helped him enormously. It helped with your self-esteem, didn't it? It helped with just feeling good about himself, because when you are disabled, and certainly he wasn't walking very well, it was a huge thing for you to do, wasn't it? To make that
definitely.
Running across that pitch. And of course then we got to know Uri, who's been in his life ever since.
No estádio, Michael conheceu outras crianças. Uma delas era Lauren Setherton, que na altura sofria de cancro.
Right in front of me was Michael Jackson, and I was just stunned. I put my hands like this. Had tears in my eyes, and I was shaking. I was like, Mum, Michael Jackson stood right in front of me, and it was just surreal. To be honest, he looked like a waxwork doll. He did not look real. He was so pale and his eyeliner tattooed on and bright red lips. And I remember just thinking, oh, he just doesn't look real. And when I was talking to him, I just couldn't help but look obviously at his nose. I couldn't stop staring. And, you know, I was trying my hardest not to, because, you know, when you're talking to somebody and you're staring at one thing. But like my mum said too, that you just can't help it, because you're just thinking it's so tiny, and all the way that it's changed and it's so tiny, you think, how can he possibly breathe through that little nose, you know? There was one thing in particular that he did. He had a big bowl of M&Ms, so he had thousands of packets in this massive bowl, and I can't remember what colour it was, but there was definitely one colour had to be taken out, which we found really odd, because he said, no, I don't want any of that colour.
Hoje, Lauren está bem de saúde e nunca esqueceu a visita de Michael.
All right, we're coming down.
There we go. Let's go.
When Michael talked to me about my illness and my cancer and treatment and being really positive, he made me feel so good. I went away feeling extra positive and felt really good that somebody that famous could even talk to me and talk that nicely and say how positive things. It just made me feel great, really.
Another day has gone. I'm still alone.
De volta a Londres, Michael tinha último compromisso antes de regressar aos Estados Unidos: ir às compras no Harrods.
He wanted to see the memorial that Mohammed built, created for Diana and Dodi. So we went down the escalator and he stood there and there was silence, and he was so sad. Michael loved Diana and he was a good friend of Dodi. And I think it was the first time that he saw this memorial. It was a very touching moment. I looked into his face and he just stood there, and Mohammed was also very, very sad. I had long conversations with Michael about Diana. He just was in love with her. No doubt. He was in love with Diana. This is the memorial, as you can see. You must understand Mohammed, very sad, crying. And then we moved away into the clothing section. Michael liked this shirt, so he took it off the mannequin, and Mohammed gave him the shirt. Look, Turco. And I don't know why I bent a spoon for Michael here. Somebody wanted me to bend a spoon. That's music. This is in the antique section of Harrods, and there was this weird, bizarre antique reading chair. Michael sat in it. In the music section, the DVD and CD section, I discovered a box with 100 most renowned and famous pianists. And I noticed that one of my closest friends, Byron Janis, who lives in New York, his name was on the box, so his CD was in there. So I called Byron, and I said, Byron, here is Michael, talk to him.
Hi, Byron.
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
How are you doing? We're sitting here looking at it's a really incredible box. It's huge. And it's a great honor to have you in there. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's a huge thing. It really is. It's like a big...
They got a lot of pianists in 100 years, I guess.
Yeah, it's a great honor for you. It's amazing.
But look, Michael takes his time. This is the miracle of Michael Jackson. He had time for everyone, no matter who, what position, who they were.